It started out on an ordinary Tuesday evening. Sarah, a 26-year antique freelance creator, had just finished dinner and turned into approximately to dive into her today's article while her cell phone buzzed. A WhatsApp voice word from an unknown number. She pressed play. A gradual hoarse whisper got here via, "Are you able to listen me now?" Sarah stared on the screen, confused. No name, no profile photo, only a local wide variety. Questioning it became a prank. She replied with a simple voice notice. I suppose you've got the incorrect range." 30 seconds later, a reply got here. Some other voice note. This time, the whisper became clearer. "I'm no longer incorrect. You could hear me." Sarah. Her breath hitched. She hadn't stated her name. She deleted the chat, locked her phone, and tried to neglect it. Maybe it was a person messing around. However, as she reached for her tea, her smartphone lit up once more. A brand new voice note. She hesitated, then pressed play. "I see you, sitting by using the window. Blue mug, grey hoodie." Her tea slipped from her hand and shattered at the floor. Sarah jumped to her feet, pulling the curtains closed. Her heart pounded as she peeked out the window, not anything but the quiet road. She called her friend Maya, explaining the whole thing. Maya laughed nervously. "Creepy, but possibly a stalker with a drone. Name the police officers?" Sarah nodded and agreed, until any other note got here. This one wasn't a whisper, it became her own voice. "I shouldn't have responded," it stated. Now it gained its stop. Chills ran down her spine. She had never recorded that, and yet it became her voice, panicked, shaking, terrified. Sarah blocked the range, deleted the chat, put her cell phone on plane mode. But at 3:03 a.m., her telephone became itself on. A brand new message. No sender, no app, just a playback screen and the name, "Very last caution." She didn't press play. She threw the cell phone throughout the room. And still, the voice word performed on its own. The voice "Be aware" started out playing without her touching it. The same whisper returned. "Don't ignore me again." Sarah iced over. The telephone display screen flickered, then became black. A second later, it lit up again. The display screen showed the recording app open, but no buttons labored. The app was recording. She reached out to grab the smartphone, however a sudden kickback swept through the room. The lighting flickered. A excessive pitched tone rang from the speaker, then silence. Some other voice notice automobile performed. This time, it wasn't a whisper. It changed into a scream. Her very own scream. She hadn't made that sound, but it echoed around her, as though the partitions themselves had captured her worry. Shaking, Sarah did what each person might do. She ran outside, barefoot, into the nighttime air. But even then, her smartphone buzzed again in her hand. This time, the message truly said, "You can run, but the message will always locate you." Just then, her neighbor's lights flicked on. Mr. Hargrove, the retired man next door, stepped out. "You okay, Sarah?" he requested. "You appearance pale." I'm pleasant, just needed air." He gave an involved nod and went lower back in her. Sarah stared at her cell phone. For once, it changed into quiet. No new notes, no notifications. She grew to become it off absolutely and determined to sleep on the sofa, lighting fixtures on. By way of mourning, she satisfied herself it turned into an odd dream, or maybe a hacker with superior tech, until she received a shipping, a small package, no go-back deal with. Interior, a mini cassette recorder, already playing. She leaned in as the recording hissed to existence. Her own voice once more, trembling. "If you're listening to this," it never stopped. And in the back of that voice was the identical whisper. Respiration. Waiting.